Clovis, there was a cabinet meeting there earlier today. What have we heard about what the strategy is going to be for the far right now?
Well, this cabinet meeting of the French far-right party at its headquarters is all about elaborating the best strategy to win as many constituencies as possible. Strike alliances possibly with right-wing figures across the country and try to convince also voters. Jordan Bardella, on arrival here, told us he's confident he can convince voters from the right, the centre and the left to choose him, to pick his far-right party in the second round and not choose the new Popular Front. The strategy is very clear now for the French far-right party, is to say, choose us, we are the reasonable option, as opposed to the left wing, the radical left of Jean-Luc Mélenchon, that would cause chaos and insurrection. Let's take a listen to Jordan Bardella explaining how he sees the second round of the election.
I believe that the RN can win the elections on Sunday with an absolute majority, alongside its allies, of course, in particular the candidates from Les Républicains that followed Éric Ciotti. So I call on the French people to remain mobilized, to give us an absolute majority. And based on that, I intend to form a government of national unity to put in place our recovery plan for the country. I am the only one who can beat Mr. Mélenchon in this election.
Clovis, I know many people saw this big win for the far right coming, but do we have any sort of perspective one day after the vote, any more reasons into understanding why the far right did so well yesterday?
Well, I've been covering the French far right for years, for over a decade. And very slowly, the French far right party has managed to normalize its image, change its message, or at least soften it a bit. But at the same time, when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to election day, it does have a fierce anti-immigration message. But at the end of the day, a lot of people in France have seen their quality of life, their purchasing power go down, diminish over the years. And very clearly, this is a protest vote also, a way to tell Emmanuel Macron, the French president, we're unhappy with the situation. We feel that we're not getting enough from the government, from the state, and from the system as a whole. But at the same time, I can tell you many voices are trying to be heard here in France to counter the French far right. Take Kylian Mbappe, the French superstar in football. He's already said, French people, you need to go to vote and make the right choice, not vote basically for extremist parties. Nicolas Batum, the NBA star, captain of the French basketball team, has now said today, again, that the people of France need to turn up in huge numbers and vote, make the right decision. And also from the cultural world, you've had several figures, notably famous MCs, hip-hop stars here in France, from IAM, Akhenaton, and others, who are now saying that they will release a song tonight against, of course, the French far right, and warning the French to make the right decision.
All right, Clovis, thanks so much for that. Clovis Casali there with that look at the French far right after its big win in the first round of the legislative election on Sunday.